Hello guys, Susanna here. I'm being inspired by Rachel from Roxy Creations, and she put me onto a lady called Brooke. So I subscribed to her channel, and she's doing this. It's almost like this is the snippet roll, but that's sort of a bit more ones that you actually cut off. But this is going to be something that I put on, something like that you put on one of those and then you roll it up. But what I'm going to do, and you do like a lot of slow stitching, everything is hand stitched, and these are all sort of the colours I've picked. You do a lot of yo-yos, or what are they called, Suffolk puffs, we call them yo-yos in Australia. So I've ordered on Etsy a couple of bobbin holders, so they're a bit longer, that's why these are wider. And what I'm going to do, I'll show you, haven't quite, this is it's how long I'm going to have it, and I've pinned this on the bottom, and which I'll probably put that on the bottom. I'm going to have like a bell pull, and I've got another one which I've made as well. This is actually a quilt that I had someone had sent me, and I made a journal out of it, and I got quite a bit left. So I like that it's already been stitched down. So I'm probably going to do a smaller one of this as well. I also cut off, there's my other little bit that I cut off. There was a little bit left over that I probably reckon would probably make a tiny little snippet roll or something that I can stick on, but I've got quite a bit of it. So I've got all these beautiful fabrics that I want to put on there, and the whole aim of it is that you put a little bit on at a time. I've sort of gone a bit further than what I should, and you sort of do stitching and all that kind of stuff. And so I like the idea of on Anne's one, she had cut out, where are these? See, I've cut out all of these, and then she used up the leftover bit. I used, so I can get such perfect, because I saw on Rachel's one and Anne's one, how did they get such perfect circles? So I used this and put it through the thing about 6 times. Some of them cut okay, and others, at least it gave me a start. And so the innards, these are going to be for small little yo-yos, because you put them all along there as well. I really love these colours. These are from, I got a pack that had a few offcuts bits, and they're sort of reproduction, like feed sack, type of fabric, sort of really quite 1950s colours. And then that was in it as well. I quite like it. I'm umming and ahhing whether I cut out one of the girls, but I quite like it. So with what I've got left, I might even make a little quilt, because I've got quite a bit left. And I thought I'm going to put in, quite like how it's got the numbers and everything on there. I might put that down there. And I noticed in Anne's one, she left bits and pieces like of the fabric and stuff, which is what I'm going to do, because you can stitch on that and fill that in and put yo-yos and all that kind of stuff. And I had a couple of beautiful chenille the quilt things, so I've got one there, here, and then I'm probably going to put a little bit of that down there a bit further down. And I've got little bits and pieces. I want to use this. I'm probably going to put, I don't know, I want to balance that purple out, so that may even go there, right in between that lot, or something like that. Cut that off. So so it's a lot like doing the snippet roll, except where you do a lot more stitches and that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do to begin with, so yeah, here it starts. You just are supposed to pick out your colours and do all that kind of stuff, but I just got excited and kept going and didn't film that process. but these are the colour range that I want to do. And I don't want to glue it down because everything is stitched. If you hang 10, I'll just be back. Okay, I've got my favourite embroidery stitches book, and I don't know if you guys remember this or not. Some of the new subbies probably won't. This is what I did for my so it's doing that sort of stuff, you know, doing stitching, and I've also got another introduction to slow stitching and all that, but this is going to go into my heritage journal, and then I'm just going to put on there slow stitching. You just do the stitches and everything are quite small, so but this one's going to be a bit more probably elaborate, very similar to that. Yeah, so it's a lot like a snippet roll, but you don't cut it. So I'm going to make what they call a bell pull. So this is going to be incorporated into my heritage journal. I do still need to do that. I'm starting something new when I really need to do the seed stitch along here to hold that down, and then I think I'm done with that. Whereas this one's going to be a lot more detailed. If you go onto Anne's Facebook or YouTube channel or Instagram, she gives you shows you what she has done. So if you go onto there, or even you go onto Rachel, she'll show you. Okay, so what we are going to do, I've got a nice long, yeah, here we go, nice long needle, which I'm just going to do like what you do with quilting. I'm just going to use one thread, where are we, and tack it down. So that's what you do. And when I first saw Anne's, I thought, you know, that's really weird. What would you do with that? But what she did with with this was really nice. So I'll probably be doing some of that, her techniques on there. And then she shows you all how to do the different types of stitches, which is really good. Okay. Now what you do here is you just do really big running stitches, which just holds it down while you're doing other stitches. So yeah, I can probably move that. I'm probably going to just really big tacking stitches to hold it down a little bit, so it's not going to move anywhere while you actually do your sewing. Hopefully I'm in camera. This is none too exciting. I could probably just show you how to do a couple of bits, but that's all it is, just holding it down. And then I can pause it, and then I'll come back and show you some of the running stitch. And so, okay, hopefully I'll remember how this goes. Move those over. I think that's all you're really supposed to do, because what she has done is it's a month-to-month challenge. So yeah, like there, and then there. So just cut it across like this. Ugh. So it's just a massive tacking stitch, so it's sort of a bit like quilting to begin with. And you don't have to do this. If you just put on one bit at a time, sew that down, it won't move anywhere, which will be okay. And once again, over like that, up, and then and that first bit is down. It'd be great if the whole lot was as easy as that. Okay. So yeah, you start off doing a running stitch and seed stitch, which are really easy. I think if you go back to some of my tutorials, I've shown you how to do it, and invest in a really good book. I recommend this one. You can still get them on eBay, or they're from Inspiration Magazine. So if you go to the Inspiration Magazine publishers, you could probably get some. Okay, now, so what we're going to do now is, which way did it go? Did it go on top? I think it did. So, I sort of had it layering over a little bit. I quite like that idea of having it over. Okay. In order to make this a little easier, I ought to just rip that bit off. Cut that off. Don't throw that away, you could probably use it. Unthread. Okay, so I'll just show you how I attach this bit on, and then okay, put that through, come up, okay, and then go across. So what I'll do now is I will pause the video, do the tacking of all the stitches, and then I will be back. And like Anne and Rachel, I will come back every now and again and show you my progress, and maybe show you a different stitch or whatever, like I did with that other one. So yeah, I'll be back when I'm about up to here. And that what she reckons that over the month you do, in the 1 month you go back. If you watch her video, she really explains it really well. So I'll link her video below, so it makes it a bit easier. Okay, hang 10.